Journey with me to meet someone really special. Damien, he's 19 years, the tallest kid I can tell you. He's 19 years old, but also the most wonderful kid that I can tell you. So journey with me as we go to Ventura, California to meet this wonderful, special man. You know, Damien. But I'll let him tell you truly all about himself.
Whenever people hear that, like, oh, like you're in foster care, they think like your parents are dead or something. But that's not always the case, because every kid I know in foster care has a different reason for being in foster care. There's some common trends, but it's never the same exact reason.
What's one thing I've believed about foster care that somehow was wrong? I think for me was their bio parents. You know, I didn't have a good father, so I thought every father, every mother whose kids end up in foster care, they were just bad parents, just like my father was. But little did I know that some parents who are absolutely amazing parents, but because they lack resources, their children were taken away. And that was a quick lesson for me to learn really quickly.
When I went into foster care, I wasn't even a year old, because like I went to foster care from 0 to about like 1.5, and then I came out, and then I was with my mom for about, I want to say like 8-ish years till I was like 10. Lived with a guardian till I was about 12, yeah, 12, and then since I was 12, I've been in foster care. So what helped me stay grounded is I always liked building computers. So I ended up just building computers. I had a really nice computer science teacher that helped me throughout high school. Playing basketball, great. I love basketball. That was what I went with. Kind of just try to live life outside of my foster home the best I could, but it's always at the back of my mind that like you're always gonna move. You know what I mean? It's only a certain amount of time that you're gonna spend in that place. So
It's amazing how many homes they go through. It's amazing the things they go through. But also it's amazing how they get to adapt. Like no matter where you put them, they really pick up where they stopped, like they've been there before. When you're used to being moved from one place at no given notice, and you don't know where you're going, you know? So you try to do the best you can to protect yourself, but also learn how to survive. So it's more of a survival skill. Hey, I don't know where I'm going, but I'm gonna find a way to adapt just so I can survive there.
I would say it's my experience in foster care. It definitely helped me become more independent, I would say, and like more, like not. It taught me not to depend on people as much, and it taught me that like I could be my own person, and that it taught me what not to do in a lot of ways, because I saw examples of people that I didn't want to become. So I kind of modeled myself of like the opposite of certain people, and saw what outcome it would produce in the future.
For me, I was never a parent before, so it's not like I really had a background too. But also I think for me, I was afraid of my own parents. Sometimes when we have a history and we are trying to be the parent next time, you always think, I don't want to be like my father was. I don't want to be distant as my mom was. So you're gauging yourself. Like, I don't want to make the mistakes because I know that too well. So for me, I think being a parent helped me really sometimes go back and say, what did my father do that made me uncomfortable that I don't have to do it to my kid in that way? So for me, being a parent has been a learning skill, and every child is different. I get a kid who's 9 months, I get a 7-year-old, I get a 13-year-old. They're all different at different ages. That you get to really learn. And for us as foster parents, we don't have a history about the kids we get. They walk in your home, and that's the first day you get to learn, how do I parent this child?
So the hardest part for me about being in foster care was a lot of the foster parents, they like to steal from you. So like if you're moving houses, they don't let you pack up your own things, and the foster parents will be the ones to pack it up. So really at like their discretion, like what they want to pack for you. Like even if it's yours, they'll just steal it. They'll just be like, oh no, that's ours. You always hope for the best. Like anybody that signs up to be a foster parent, you always just like, oh, that's great. You know what I mean? Like they have that will to like, or they have that like that idea in mind. So it's like it's hard to distinguish like the good foster parents from the bad ones. But I wish there would be like better foster parents that are available.
And for me, I have a view that we should parent children as who they are rather than who I want them to be. That means that I have to meet them where they're at in order to truly help them that way. That's my parenting style, and also helps me to learn and grow as a parent.
Moving into my apartment that I'm living in right now was a big challenge because a lot of my team, like my social workers, my foster parent at the time, they had like a preset like image on me, so they didn't think that I would do well. They thought I would fail miserably. They have logs. The social workers have had logs on me since I was like 12 years old. So they have these things that like they read that happened to me. But the thing is when you're in foster care, like, and a new social worker comes in, they have to read like what everything that you've done, everything that's been documented in your entire like history of being in foster care. So they'll still hold like, oh, you still do this, you still have these behaviors, but that was like you'll be like, I did that 3 years ago. I did like that happened 4 years ago. That's not me now. You know what I mean? So when I had one of my contacts was the program manager from the program that I wanted to get accepted in for the apartment that I live in, and I had her number, and then I called her like the middle of the night because she had given me her personal number like years ago, and then I asked her if she could set up an interview, like just an interview, to see if I can get accepted because my social workers, they weren't gonna let me in, like weren't even gonna try to like refer me or anything to the program. So I set up an interview, and then I got my foster parent to drive me, even though they didn't like agree with it. And then I got accepted literally that day. So it was like the whole world just felt like amazing to me. It felt like it was like actually like the puzzle pieces were just started to fit in place like for the first time.
Consistency is really important to a child's life, you know. We all love structure. We all know we want to anticipate where we're going next. And consistent, that helps us to gauge what's coming next. When you never had that, when you lived in a home where you didn't know when your mom is going to hit you, you didn't know when mom is going to show up, you didn't know when your dad is going to do something, your mind, the little brain is always wondering what's next, you know? So when they come to our lives or when they come to our home, consistent really helps because they know what's next. But also it becomes a uniform in a way to know, hey, this is how life goes, but also I can learn through that in a way. So consistent in any human being, I think it's important, not just to our foster kids, but especially our foster kids.
I can't function without having a space that I can go to and just have my own peace of mind. And just anything that happens, I could just go settle down in my own cave pretty much. It's just my own space. There's nothing that beats that. The biggest needs when I got into my apartment, starting from scratch, everything is a need. Like what are you not needing? You need to set up your bills. You need to like make sure that you know how to pay your bills. You know how to, you need food. That's first of all. You're in a room. There's nothing in your room. You need a bed. You need to put something on the walls so you don't feel like you're in an insane asylum. You need to like put food in your fridge. You need everything. You need laundry detergent. You need dryer sheets. You need curtains. You need sheets. You need a blanket. You need everything. You literally need everything. Hangers. Like the biggest need I would say though for me was having a bed. The bed, because the bed that was donated to me was way too small, to be honest. It was a twin.
When you grow up in the United States, especially here, when you have your own shoe, you know, they give you all these things that they are your own, you know. But when you live in a home that is unstable, but also when you're moving from one end to the other, most families don't have space where they can, you know, give you your own room. You get to, you know, go to a place where there's other siblings, you know, there's little any space that you never feel it's part of you. But also when you move in our home, there's already stuff there. So basically, it's almost like you're in a borrowed place. And for me, I don't feel that that really makes you feel you belong, that you matter. You know, most of our kids, they get handouts. Hey, I don't like this, you should give it to foster kids. You already feeling unwanted. They're giving you things they don't want, you know. I think that really makes you feel you're always second or third class citizen. in a community or place where you live. So for me, giving them a room, like for the first time, making sure that they have their own room, a safe place they can call home, a safe place they can go, vent if they want to, a safe place that it's their own, but also a safe place where they say, I got that bed sheet because I love whatever Hulk Hogan is or whatever Batman is, that is their space. And most time our kids don't have the opportunity to really have a space that people honor and respect. And anyone who needs space, I think any human being need that space, and our kids especially need that for their own good, but also for their own safety, but also as to learn to grow, to be who they are, that they have a place to dream, they have a place to process the trauma, the things they've gone through, a safe place to call theirs.
It's undescribable, like the feeling of just the immense amount of responsibility that you just automatically feel that you're taking on the second you get your own house. Because if you think about it, none of the things that you had to worry about before, like getting your own water, grocery shopping, washing your own clothes, mopping, sweeping routinely, cleaning your bathroom routinely. You have to learn all that right away, because you're jumping from foster parents who sometimes you can't go in their kitchen. Sometimes they have their own washing machine. Sometimes you have to go to the laundromat. It's you jump from routine to routine. Sometimes you can do stuff in a certain home. Sometimes they don't teach you. So you're going from that to now everything's just on you.
So I never had a place to sleep or to belong. Once I had a place, I invited friends. Before, I could not invite anyone in my home because there wasn't any place to. So even our kids, as they relate outside, they're able to bring their friends. They're able to invite whoever they want, because now they have a space that is theirs, but they're also proud of it. So not only does it change their inward within themselves, but the outside. I didn't have a pair of shoes, but once I got a pair of shoes, because other kids were wearing shoes, yeah, I went out and played. But before, I could not, because I didn't feel I matched up to what others do. So the same with our kids, giving them a room. Remember, it's a healing space, a safe place, that as they heal while they're in their room and enjoy, and it's a place they like to go, yeah, it changes the outside as well. When they go to work, they're like, yeah, I'm going to my place, because it's the place they love to be, but they enjoy it, and it's theirs for sure. So there's a dignity that we get to give them, but also that we get to see that transformation, not just about the room, but about themselves. Room makeover isn't so much about the room makeover, it's giving them dignity that they deserve.
Having my own space, it gives me something to build off of. It gives me a sense of security. And if I didn't have my own space, how would I have my own pets that I take care of? My cat means literally the world to me. The second I had to give her to, the second I had to give her to the babysitter, Tammy, for 2 days, I literally started crying, just because she means that much to me. And just being able to have a space for my pets, a space for me that I can decorate for myself. It gives me motivation to one day I'm gonna make it better, you know what I mean? And now I know what it's like to have my own space, so it's I want more for myself, you know what I mean? I felt that gave me the space to become the person I could want to become, that I want to become. And if I want to change who I want to become, then I feel I have the space to do that.
Thank you for watching. We appreciate you, our village.
When I was a kid, I didn't have a place to call home, and so that's what we're trying to do here, is promote those room makeovers and such to help kids find a forever home.
Absolutely. We want to do room makeovers for mostly teens and foster parents. And here's how you can help you. You can donate by clicking the link in the bio, so we can do more room makeovers for teens, so they feel they are heard, seen, and known. We cannot do it alone. With your help, we will truly help as many teens as we can.
Yep.